The Multnomah County Chair is the county's chief executive, overseeing a $3 billion budget. The county's responsibilities include public health, the jails, libraries, housing, and more. Current County Chair Deb Kafuri is term limited out. Emergency physician and current County Commissioner Sharon Meieran is running against fellow Commissioner Jessica Vega Peterson for the top job. Sharon Meieran, welcome back to Eye on Northwest Politics.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, we talked about this earlier with Portland City Commissioner Mingus Mapps, and I want to get your take on it. Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler's homeless plan passed this week. What did you think of the plan, and how would Multnomah County fit into getting more homeless people off the streets?
So I am very excited about the plan. I feel like there's a lot of big picture substance in the proposal that I agree with. Particularly demanding clarity in the roles and responsibilities of local government so we can optimize our coordination and functioning. I came to the county to get work done, and the proposals in the set of resolutions really aligns with the work I have been doing at the county and what I would like to see in homelessness. It directly ties to the county's work, and we need to finally get this together and get stuff done.
How would it fit into what the county does, and how would you be able to coordinate with the city to make this plan work?
Yeah, so the county, as you mentioned earlier, oversees homeless services. That's our core function. Also mental health and addictions, a lot of stuff related to violence, the criminal justice system. And so ours is the service work. We also do public health. So, that is the encampments and seeing the squalor in which people live, rats, that kind of thing. And in my view, I believe we've abdicated our role in that work. And the cities really took over a lot of what's not their core function or mission. So with mental health services and street response, with coordination and outreach and dispatch, with a lot of this work. And what I have been working with Commissioner Ryan on, with the mayor's office, with all the commissioners actually, has been on coordinating the systems, identifying who has what responsibilities, and how we can put that together in a coordinated way.
Well, doesn't the county run the Joint Office of Homeless Services?
You took the words right out of my mouth. That's actually what I was gonna say next. So yeah, I had been under a misperception when I got to the county that it took me a while to figure out. The Joint Office of Homeless Services is not truly a joint office between city and county. It is a county department overseen by the chair's office. And the city puts a whole bunch of money in, but doesn't have the authority to hire the director, oversee the director's services like the county does and the chair does. And so they don't set the vision and direction in the same way. And that's what we need to iron out. That's where my experience as both an ER doctor and doing work in homelessness, and as a lawyer who has done a lot of work in contracts and putting those things together, can really help iron out those details so we are aligned, working together on these core issues.
We do have a drug addiction problem in Multnomah County. Street drugs like fentanyl have made things worse out here. How do you see the role of Multnomah County in dealing with that crisis?
This is another area of the county's core responsibility. And one of the reasons that I actually ran for the county role in the beginning as a commissioner, it's because the county is the local mental health authority. We do health and human services, and addictions is one of those issues that transcends, it's all of the issues that we are facing today, intimately connected to homelessness, to our criminal justice system, corrections, jails. We see people cycling through ERs in our streets, and with, often violence and psychosis and all of this stuff that the county's responsibility is to put systems in place to get this together.
Now, as chair, how would you address the mentally ill aspect of people who are ending up on the streets? We work downtown. I live pretty close to downtown.
Yeah.
And every day I see people out on the street who obviously have some mental health issues. How do we address that and help those people?
So it is a travesty and a tragedy that people are living in that situation downtown. Of course, the people experiencing the situation, personally in psychosis, et cetera, but also everyone surrounding them, neighbors, businesses, visitors, et cetera. And we need one thing to do urgently and quickly is to implement a system of effective outreach that is de-escalating, that is out there all the time, not just responding to crises, but actually preventing them before they start. The next emergent thing that we can do is get into place the Addiction Crisis Triage and Stabilization Center I've been working with the city on, brought the county into, to have a place for people to go, for law enforcement or ambulances, to bring people when they're in that kind of a crisis that isn't just jail or the ER where they will cycle through. We also are opening on a longer term, the Behavioral Health Resource Center downtown, which is a county process I've been involved with since the beginning, to have respite for people so that they have a place to go and be that's not the street, so they don't fall into crisis. We need all of these things working together with the city in order to get a handle on that horrible, horrible situation.
We've got less than a minute here, and local elections are run by Multnomah County as well. So how concerned are you about election integrity and challenges to election results this time around?
I am not concerned. People may challenge, that's what they do. We had a great presentation, a proclamation yesterday to celebrate election heroes. We are operating at the top of the game when it comes to elections, and there is so much integrity in that office. We're doing things right there.
Commissioner Meieran, thank you for being with us on Eye on Northwest Politics again.
Thank you so much, and counting down the days. So have a good weekend.
As we are, yes. We'll be right back after this short break.